If you're skinny fat or obese and you're trying to look like this, then you should be implementing these 5 essential tips to lose fat and gain muscle. This is known as body recomposition. First step in achieving body recomposition is by optimizing your training. To optimize your training, this means you should know your body type. And if you know your body type, then basically you will know what exercise to do to train that specific muscle group. 3 types of body types are endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph. Endomorphs are at the higher end of the scale, and usually they would be on the heavier side. People that are endomorphs usually have a higher body fat percentage and less muscles. This is because they have a lower metabolism. Since endomorphs typically have a wider frame, denser bone structure, and generally more body fat, I recommend that you stick to more low-impact, joint-friendly cardio such as jogging, cycling, or even swimming, along with your resistance training, of course. Next, ectomorphs are on the lower end of the scale and they are more prone to becoming skinny fat. Those that are classified as an ectomorph would normally be skinny with a lower body fat percentage, smaller bones, and a slim structure. Because of a faster metabolism and a higher tolerance to carbohydrates, then ectomorphs would find it difficult to gain strength and size. Despite having a faster metabolism, ectomorphs still face the problem of skinny fat, and this just means that they're holding all the fat in their stomach area. Now, to combat this issue, ectomorphs should incorporate more strength-based resistance training with the purpose of hypertrophy. Low-intensity, steady-state cardio should be utilized for ectomorphs, as you would want to keep energy expenditure at a minimum. This is because you would want to burn just enough to reduce fat, but you would not want to burn too much to reduce your muscles. Lastly, mesomorphs are in the middle. I will not spend too much time on these individuals because mesomorphs are usually genetically gifted and they tend to put on muscles very fast. Mesomorphs usually have a natural muscular build, and they respond positively to any kind of resistance training. Just imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. Now, since you know your body type, it's time to hit the gym. In the gym, you should implement progressive overload to build more muscles and achieve faster results. Progressive overload is a type of resistance training that works through slowly increasing the amount of stress placed on the body. So, by changing up your workouts, this would challenge your body and allow your musculoskeletal system to get stronger. This can be done by increasing the weight lifted, frequency, or number of repetitions in your resistance training routine. First, progressive overload can be achieved through increasing the weight lifted. This can be done by recording your external load. Once you can comfortably lift this weight for a certain amount of reps, then of course you can increase the weight to a higher amount. You can gradually increase on a monthly or a bi-weekly basis. This would look like performing dumbbell chest presses for 25 to 35 pounds in week 1. Then increasing the weight to 35 to 40 pounds in week 4, and executing even more weight of 40 to 45 pounds in week 8. Next, progressive overload through increasing the amount of repetitions performed can put more demand on your muscles, and this would make them stronger over time. Example of this can be done by increasing the amount of repetitions for a certain exercise on a monthly or a bi-weekly basis. This can be done by performing bicep curls with 4 sets of 10 reps in week 2. And week 4, you increase the reps by performing 4 sets of 12 reps instead. Lastly, as the term suggests, you can achieve progressive overload through increasing your training frequency. This means that you should add an additional workout for the muscle group that you're trying to build. An example of this would be increasing the amount of chest exercises from 2 to 4 throughout the week in order to force growth. All these methods would aid in increasing your muscle size, which would lead to the increase of lean body mass and burning more calories, which would help in your body recomposition goals. Now, since you've identified how to progressively overload your muscles, which is basically the art of improvement, let's talk food. The dietary recommendations for both endomorphs and ectomorphs include a high protein intake. Like I always say, protein is one of the most satiating macronutrients, which basically means that you would feel more satisfied and fuller when eating protein in large amounts. Much research has pointed to the preservation of lean muscle mass when consuming large amounts of protein. This means that you would keep majority of your muscles when consuming large amounts of protein, even if you're doing a lot of cardio to lose weight. Since your goal is body recomposition, then you should be consuming at least 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight for protein, and this would be ideal to sustain muscular tissue and your daily life. However, on the high end, a protein intake of 1.6 to 2.3 grams per kilogram of body weight would be adequate for resistant trainers and athletes trying to build lean muscle. So, how would this look like without a food scale? Make your hand into a palm, and 1 palm of protein is equivalent to a portion of 20 to 30 grams of protein in your plate. Notably, ectomorphs have a faster metabolism, so it would be best to do a mini cut. A mini cut means you would be subtracting about 250 to 500 calories from your maintenance. And endomorphs can incorporate a more aggressive cut due to their slower metabolism. This would be subtracting 500 calories from your maintenance in order to lose weight and retain muscles with higher protein intake. Now, this is the most important step. Don't fall trapped to all these useless fat burners that are sold in the fitness industry.
Powerful weight loss solution?
Unknown to her mother, Madeline had started taking this.
Green tea triple fat burner.
Promoted as a natural weight loss pill.
Fight the fat today with green tea triple fat burner.
Sold in the pharmacy section of stores across the country.
The problems with fat burners are there are little to no evidence that shows it actually works.
After Lisa's case is reported to Health Canada, green light is taken off the shelves.
From my experience and the evidence out there, the best supplements that would aid in weight loss would be CLA, L-Carnitine, and Flaxseed Oil. First, CLA is an omega-6 fatty acid found naturally in meat and dairy, especially from grass-fed sources. CLA can increase lean muscle mass, and much research emphasizes that lean muscles burn more calories than fat at rest in the body. So, increasing your lean muscle mass would help with weight loss. It is safe to consume about 1 to 4 grams of CLA a day, but it's always good to go with moderation, so this means that you should be consuming 3 grams of CLA a day just to be on the safe side. It should be noted that CLA does have adverse side effects in the body. That may include fatigue, diarrhea, nausea, and even upset stomach. To prevent these side effects from happening, you should consider eating more food sources that are rich in CLA. These include butter, mozzarella cheese, plain yogurt, sour cream, cottage cheese, and fresh beef. Next, L-Carnitine is an amino acid derivative that is found in animal and meat products. Not to get into the science of things, but L-Carnitine is responsible for fast-tracking fatty acids to your mitochondria, which burns fat into energy. This translates to the body having increased performance and endurance, which means you can go longer to do your cardio and your workout. The recommended dosage for L-Carnitine is up to 2 grams per day for most people. Anything more than 3 grams a day can cause adverse side effects such as nausea, headache, increased heartbeat, fever. Natural sources of L-Carnitine include beef, chicken, fish, as well as cheddar cheese and milk. Lastly, flaxseed oil can be found in different forms like liquid or capsule. Flaxseed oil contains a type of amino acid called alpha-linolenic acid. If you're unaware of this, omega-3s is anti-inflammatory, and this may help with weight management. Aside from the weight loss benefits, flaxseed oil can promote heart health, reduce cancer, and lowers inflammation in the body. There is no recommended dosage of flaxseed oil by the FDA. However, typical manufacturers recommend a dosage of 720 milligrams to 1,650 milligrams. Just remember, there's no special pill to let you lose weight. Even if you take all these supplements, the work must be done. In order to lose weight and gain muscle, you gotta put the time in the gym in order to have the results. Always have a sound training program and proper eating habits. Last, practical approaches to body recomposition include how you can incorporate your routine and your eating habits into your daily lives. This can be done by making simple changes to your daily routine, such as taking the stairs instead of taking the escalator, or even walking home after work if it takes less than 40 minutes. All these things would contribute to you burning more fat and increasing your energy expenditure. Of course, a sound training program that consists of both resistance training and cardio would help you in your body recomposition goals. Remember, your goal is to lose weight and gain muscles at the same time. Based on your body type, you would prioritize one over the other, such as endomorphs doing more cardio than ectomorphs because of a slower metabolism, or ectomorphs doing more resistance training than endomorphs because of a faster metabolism. In the event you don't have access to a scale, or you just think it's way too much to count your calories, then you should implement the principles of hand portion eating. This can be illustrated by eating a palm size of protein, which is equivalent to 20 to 30 grams of protein. A portion of vegetables can be measured by one fist. A portion of carbohydrates can be measured by 1 cup. And a portion of fat can be measured by 1 thumb per meal. Based on your caloric needs, you'd want to use this hand portion method to estimate how much food is in your plate, although using a food scale is always superior to this method. To enhance your journey of fat loss and body recomposition, then check out this next video that talks about the top 5 mistakes that you should avoid when going on a cut. Guys, thank you for subscribing and see you guys in the next video.